Can a mini split really keep a box truck comfortable in both summer and winter? This week we're installing a TURBRO Lapland air conditioner and heater. But fitting an HVAC system into a box truck conversion comes with a few challenges. TURBRO provided this unit at no cost for me to install and test, but honesty has always been the nature of this channel, so you'll get my true feedback based on how it performs. I'll show you how we mounted the system, ran the lines and electrical, and what we learned along the way. Then we'll fire it up and see how it heats and cools the space. If you're considering a mini split for a box truck, RV, or off-grid build, stay tuned and see how this one turns out. I was about to say it holds all of my body weight, but not quite all of it. It's up there. Should be great for the mini split. Now one more row to do up top, and then I'll be able to run the runners down, the all threads down, put the mini split exterior portion of it here, tighten it up. I've bought rubber mats to go between the mini split and the frame, and I think it'll be good to go. And then the interior unit. 3 more holes to drill through the metal, which is the hardest part, and I only used 1 bar of battery. First 3 holes. Oh, but I also use the grinder to cut this aluminum. So what I'm using for the mounting brackets is 1-inch aluminum square tubing, completely square, 5/16 grade 8 bolts with 5/16 stainless nylon locking nuts, and I think it's gonna be good. I mean, it's holding a lot of my body weight. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these down and then get some measurements, measure the width of it for the next 1-inch tubing. This first step, properly bracing the unit, is extremely important. Based on everything I've read, seen, and watched, I decided to increase the size of all the mounting hardware. I'm not saying the other installations were wrong, I just wanted the extra peace of mind of knowing this unit will stay securely in place while traveling down the road. Here I am cutting the 1-inch aluminum tubing that would form the mounting base for the TURBRO mini split. After making the cuts, I cleaned and smoothed every edge before assembling everything. I'm using grade 8 bolts, galvanized washers, and nylon locking nuts for a little extra peace of mind while traveling. Remember, this is simply how I choose to build mine. You may decide to build yours differently. That's the beauty of building your own rig. You get to build it the way you want. What I'm doing is these rubber mats here are going to sandwich between the outside unit and the frame of the box truck. It's rubberized, so it'll sandwich up and make no vibrations. Now I'll go cut these. We'll lift the unit up into place, get everything kind of squared away, and tighten everything down. We're so close to having the outside unit complete. I'm excited. All right, we've got them in place. So now it's time to hoist this bad boy up and get everything mounted and secured. Final 2 bolts, and this sucker is installed. Well, the outside portion anyway. The outside unit is installed. Tomorrow, we tackle the inside unit. Special thanks to TURBRO for sponsoring this video. TURBRO offered me this inverter Lapland free of charge to test and let my viewers know. If you'd like to get a mini split or a pool heater or a roof AC, they have tons of stuff. You need to go to their website. There's a link below for 10% off if you use my code for any purchase. Thanks again for TURBRO for sponsoring this video. I simply cannot wait to finish this part of the build and put the TURBRO to the test. I want to see how well it performs,
how quiet it is, and how its energy use compares with my current RV air conditioners. The installation, in my mind, turned out extremely clean, but just wait until day 2.
Good morning, roamers. I'm moving a little bit slower today. One, we got the mini split exterior portion installed yesterday. I'm loving it. I took a drive by Dad's house and showed him yesterday, and he approved. However, when I was wrapping up yesterday, you might see me hobbling a little bit because I fell and rolled my ankle. Hurt myself pretty good. And when I fell, my leg slid in between here, and I thought I broke it for a minute. Before I get too crazy on installing the interior head unit of the mini split, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess from yesterday, because a tidy house makes things a lot easier to work on. I'm excited. I went ahead and opened the mini split box. We got the template, the head unit. I'm getting excited. Okay, here we go. Let's talk. I'm really surprised at how lightweight the head unit is. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I had taken off the plastic around it, opened up the pamphlet or the box for the user manual, and also the first time setup, and it gives you like a checklist of things to do, which is awesome. Still surprised at how light this is. It came with a remote, which is awesome. It says TURBRO. It has a follow me function, so wherever the remote's located, that's where the thermostat gets its information. This head unit also swings up and down and left to right to really get the whole entire box truck. I'm not sure if using the follow me remote is gonna be that necessary in a 20-foot box, but we'll test it out and see if it changes anything. I'm sure it does, or they wouldn't offer the feature, right? This unit also communicates with Google Home and Amazon Alexa. I'm really not sure about Apple HomeKit. It is something that I'll be looking into because that's currently what I use. However, with the box truck, I'm thinking about switching everything over to Google. Right here is the base plate to be mounted. It even has a level in it, which is awesome because I was trying to look for a level this morning. I'm going to read the instructions to figure out how to get the base plate off, so that way we can use the stencil, which was provided, and get it mounted. And then drill a big old hole in the floor, so that way we can run the drain lines and the cooling lines and the electrical and get this baby up and working today. That's my goal. That's going to be accomplished. Page 1. Skip some of those, skip some of those. Remove the mounting plate from the back of the indoor unit. Ensure you can meet the minimum installation requirements as shown in step 1. According to the size of the mounting plate, determine the position and stick the mounting plate close to the wall. Use the plus Phillips head screw and at least 5 suitable screw holes to fasten the wall plate. Adjust the mounting plate horizontal state with a bubble level, then mark. Okay, that we can do. Well, we don't have studs. I have furring strips on the very bottom, about a foot up, the very top, and about a foot down from that. So what I'll do is I'll be making a plate to go behind this that this mounts to, that I know for sure is in the furring strips, so that way I don't have any guesses. It doesn't show in the instructions how to get the plate off, so I'm trying to figure that out right now. It appears to be screwed on. No wonder I can't get it off. We have the base plate off, so now I'm going to try to find some spare plywood to get between those furring strips. Of course, I put that head unit right in the way. Naturally, leave it to old Jonathan. Oh no, I wanted 94 inches. Oh, we're way. Oh. Got the template up, went ahead and made screw holes. I'm gonna measure one more time and then back everything out and then mount the base plate. 94.5 inches. Let's get the base plate mounted and secured, and then that puppy is going up.
The instructions call for 5 screws in the mounting bracket, which would probably be plenty for a stationary unit, but this isn't stationary at all. It's mounted inside a box truck that will be rolling down the road, hitting bumps, and dealing with constant vibration. So I decided to add 5 additional screws to make sure the bracket stays secure. Again, only for peace of mind. And please don't forget to use the included bubble level. It's extremely important to get the unit level so condensation can drain properly instead of backing up inside.
There she goes. She's all mounted up. Level. You see what I did with the 2 backing plates for it. I think it'll work out good. Now let me read further instructions to see how to put this bad boy on. Ta-da! Ta-da! It's on there. It's hanging there, but it's not completely mounted yet. But progress. I love it. All right, now we're gonna connect the lines to run outside. This is how the tubing arrives. You basically just want to unwind it and be very gentle. It's copper. It's very thin copper, so it doesn't take much to straighten it out. Can you see me sweating? I'm so ready for this AC, you have no idea. What I do is get it pretty straight and just use the floor as a way to get it semi-straight. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight because you can adjust it. Once you get everything into place, you just want to make sure that you kink or bend any copper. Now we'll run the second one through the hole.
I can't stress this enough. Please just take your time with this step. These lines are very delicate, so be careful not to kink or damage them while you're working.
Leave these uncovered for now, so that way, once I start the unit, I can spray these down with soapy water and make sure there's no leaks. Now, that's the inside. Want to go outside? I know I do. It's hot in this box. Let's go. Get it done.
Now, we aren't working with live electricity yet, but it's always good practice to act as if we were. Never take electrical safety for granted, and always follow the proper safety steps whenever you're working with or around electrical wiring.
All right, we're gonna hook up the signal wire coming from the head unit first. Number 1 is black, number 2 is white, number 3 is red, and then ground. Black is number 1, white is number 2, ground is going right here, and signal wire is going into spot 3. It's even labeled 3S, S for signal. I'm assuming head unit is wired in. Right now, this is going to be the power cable. I have put a 110 end on it. As soon as I get the electrical system done, I will run this straight to a plug-in inside the box. But for now, this end will work. Line is gonna be, or L is gonna be line, which is gonna be black. These are not spaded, these are actually ring terminals. These all the way out, which is difficult to do. There we go. N will be for neutral. Whatever you do, don't drop inside the box. That would be pain to try to get those out, right? Yeah, that ground on the board looked a little loose. I went ahead and tightened it up. Now the last thing to do is go ahead and secure your black cable. Wiring for mini split is done. Let's go ahead and cover this box up. We're gonna slide these all over to the side here. Try to just get them to get out of the way so we can do the gas lines.
Just as the instructions state, start by threading each end of the lines onto the fittings by hand. Get them hand tight before using any tools. This helps make sure everything is lined up correctly and prevents you from accidentally cross-threading the fittings. Copper is a very soft metal, so the threads can be damaged much easier than one might think. If something doesn't feel like it's going together smoothly, stop, back it off, and try again. Don't try to force it. Take your time and follow the instructions very closely. Also be sure to use backup wrench when tightening each fitting into place. This keeps the valve from turning and helps prevent you from disturbing or bending any of the components that are already mounted past the valves.
Now I just need to get my soapy water and an Allen head, and we should be in business. Although under the box truck with the breeze and the shade, it's actually not bad. It's not where I'd always want to stay, but it's not that bad. All right, here we go. I don't see no bubbles there.
No bubbles there. I'm going to leave the cover off for now. I'm going to go ahead and plug the system in, get it to do a cycle, and then I'll come check the gas portion of it and see if we have any bubbles. Let's see if we can hear a beep. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. Y'all ready? Well, that was anticlimactic. I can't get the stupid plug in. It's like there we go. There we go. Ooh, I just heard a click in the system. Let's go inside. Check these lines for any no bubbles. Check this one. No bubbles. Boys and girls, I think we are ready. Let's grab the remote and the batteries. Just put the batteries in. Let's turn it to cool. Oh. We've got action. Oh my gosh. This thing is working like a champ. If you haven't checked out mini splits from TURBRO or even roof units, go check them out. Link is going to be in the description below. It is blowing some ice cold air. Last thing I have to do is wrap up the lines, the electric, which is the communication cable, and the drain. And this project is done. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.